Howdy, welcome back to the Addicted Motors YouTube channel. My name is Troy, and in today's video we're going to talk about what you can see behind me. It's green. Now, the automotive sales and service world is an interesting game in the fact that when you're looking for something, what you're looking for is never there unless you aren't looking, and then they're everywhere. So I've been getting a lot of requests recently for classics and D1s and L322 supercharged and LR3s, and I have none of those for sale. None, except for this one. This is for sale. So this is a good one. So this is a 91, 92, build date 91, price sold 92, short wheelbase Range Rover Classic, and it is for sale. My buddy owns it. He bought it from one of our other buddies, or actually they traded, and now it's his. And he also has a beautiful white D1 and realized that he doesn't really need to have two project slash trail truck slash classic. You know how it goes. If you're looking at this video and you're interested in this truck, you know how the progression of these things go. So we're gonna do this a little bit differently, right? We're gonna actually start with the driving video impressions and then do the full walk around, because I'm also getting to learn this truck as well. I've only driven in it once, and we'll start from the driving impressions and go on from there. That being said, the price it's listed for is around $8 grand. He is accepting offers. I'll leave some contact information below. If you're interested in the truck, let me know. I can get you in contact with him, and let's go ahead and start it up and kick it off. Now, this is one of the strong points of this truck: 134,000 miles on a 3.9 Rover V8. All right, let's do a startup. I didn't really, I started up and moved at this position, but really haven't driven it besides that, so it's still completely cold. Started right up. It's been sitting here for at least 3 weeks without a start. So good, nice healthy engine, nice healthy battery, and obviously doesn't seem to be much of a parasitic draw. All right, so this thing is warming up. It's idling nicely, and there's no check engine light, there's no ABS lights or any of the BS that usually are associated with these trucks. As you can see above and around me, the headliner's not in great condition, but it's there. Obviously the material is here, so you just needs to be redone. Some of them, like my Classic, just don't have the cardboard to even start the restoration process. All right, let's set off here. So 91, 92 short wheelbase. It's lifted. It has mud tires. It's probably on a 2 or 3 inch terra firma lift. Brakes feel real good, brakes evenly. So you sit up real high, which I like, at least in a Classic, especially when it doesn't have the front valence, which this one doesn't. It feels like a tall truck. It feels high, and these feel planted, and I don't mean that in a performance way, but you know, it feels stiff, and it definitely, you know, it rides like a truck, which is nice. It's better than riding extremely loose. So put my foot down, the transmission downshifts, which is good because these transmissions don't really love to do that, and then bam, back upshifts about 40 miles an hour. So that's the kind of things you want to test and feel when driving with these. There's no shudder. Obviously a little bit of steering play, but that can probably be adjusted out by doing a little bit of either ball joint or sway bar or steering shock work. All right, let's get off the pavement, which Richmond's a great place to test these trucks out, because everything is always full of potholes and under construction and just in a sorry state of repair. All right, window works. That's all you need. Driver's window, a little bit slow to go up, but I think they're all like that. Let's go ahead and test the low range. Pop it into neutral. Pusher. All right, in low range now, the indicator is indicating neutral when I was in drive, and this has this weird cup holder here that cup holder doesn't allow it to lock very well into low. So that's something that needs to be just removed. Right? All right, so that's a little odd. You have to remove this cup holder. It's restricting the locking it into low, but it did go into low and it went first and second gear before it popped out. And again, that's just because I can't forcibly put the lever any more forward. So that's not anything that I'm too concerned about, but it's not my truck, so I'm not gonna go ahead and remove things. All right, so that's low range as I bounce along this bumpy back alley. Suspension feels great. No creaks or rattles from any of the four corners. Yeah, feels like a nice tall truck. All the shocks feel like they have some compression in it, which is good. Oh, the elect power seat works as well, so that's a plus. So yeah, that, you know, as far as the functionality of things go, that makes me feel like, you know, this thing's reasonable. It's holding temp. It wasn't worried about any type of overheating, but in case you're wondering, the temp gauge is reading far below the middle line, which is kind of as you want to see it on this cold day. Now this particular truck also has a pretty nice little exhaust burble, so I think it sounds pretty good. Classics with a little bit of exhaust work, I think sound and add a little bit more to the V8 off-roadness. That these things are pretty stifled from the factory. You don't really ever get a lot of sound out of it. So I like when there's a little something back there. All right, I'm going to pull out here. Give her some power. Yeah, shifts, rides, stops, goes as it should, and I think that is a testament to, you know, only 134,000 miles, which, you know, for a truck that is almost 30 years old now, not too bad. And again, the brakes do feel good, so, you know, mechanically everything seems to be in good working order. And the truck has had work done to it. I don't know what the exact list is. I saw a new brake accumulator globe under there, among some other things, so I'm sure if you're interested, a list can be provided of some of the other things that have been done to the truck in the recent years. So again, as far as the driving operation and conversation, I really think that's all there is to talk about. You know, this is exactly how you want to buy things. It could use a little bit of sprucing up, but it's completely functional as is, and you can drive it around without doing anything if you like. And that is kind of a testament to the price point as well. You know, all Range Rovers are projects, but you want it to be a running and driving project, something you can tinker with and upgrade and fix without it completely, you know, cutting out on you and causing hardship if it was immobile. It has to be mobile, and that's what's great about these old trucks. All right, I'm gonna pull up to my house now. Let's leave it running and pop the hood and see how it looks under there. So there it is, a very smooth, quiet running Rover 3.9 V8. It has the proper, looks like STI plug wires on it. They look like the fatter 8mm ones. Some new ignition stuff. There's that newer looking brake booster accumulator, and yeah, looks like it's got a battery in it. It's got everything pretty much as it is, you know, as it should look, right? I don't see any major leaks or any oil pouring out of the valve covers. It's not smoking, so it's a very healthy looking engine. All right, following under here, like I said, it looks it's very tidy. Obviously there's some wear and tear, but it's not overly rusty. I think he recently changed the oil, but it's not pissing power steering fluid or anything like that. So, you know, I give this a stamp of Addicted Motors approval. But so, as I said before, there are a lot of positive factors about this truck. Mechanically, it seems very healthy. It runs and drives very well. It is green. Maybe this is our den green. I'm not sure. Again, I don't know paint. I know paint color, but I don't know paint color. Now, the rest of the truck, we'll let the potential next buyer cast judgment on. You know, missing some things on the bumperettes. You do have some clear coat peel on the roof and back there. It's a little bit faded on the hood as well. Clear coat is most of the way gone. Again, I say this with an odd tone because of things that I don't really care about. I like kind of I don't want to use the word patina, but the kind of, you know, how it looks with a little bit of wear and tear. It's not a 30-year-old truck pretending to be a 10-year-old truck. So it's honest and legitimate in that sense. All right, other trouble spots. Let's take a look. Like that rear cross member, it's gonna need some attention. Not the end of the world, something that's doable, something that a lot of these trucks suffer from. But you know, pretty standard, you know, thing that needs to be remediated on one of these classics. It's just something that usually goes. Under there, it's complete. You even have a rear sway bar, which they're usually gone, but frame looks good. It's not leaking any gas or anything like that. Probably, it looks like there's probably been some repairs done to the rear tailgate section as well, but it's there, it's functional. It's, you know, just needs some love. All right, coming around to the driver's side, looking under here, floors, yeah, there's a little bit of crust there. They're gonna need a little bit of attention. I can't tell what's back here. Again, I don't want to rip his truck up completely, but that looks okay. I'm assuming there's going to be some crust under there as well. But he did buy some new Range Rover Classic mats, which look nice. Again, some rust bubbling there as well. I can't see it all, but if you are interested, we can pull the carpets for you and you can get a full idea of what it looks like. Arches and everything, all the corners look good as well. These seats are from a 94, 95. They've been swapped in. The original seats he still does have, in case you're interested. Moving around to the front, yeah, there's a little bit of DIY floorboard replacement, but nothing that can't be patched or fixed. But again, the frame's good. And yeah, that's stuff that's kind of to be expected. But as I always say, it's much cheaper to put some floors into than it is to replace an engine. And the fact that this one has a healthy, well-running 3.9 is a good thing. So there is the rest of the floors and the underneath. The rear sill looks okay. Again, it's not dripping anything out of that Borg Warner transfer case. Check out this side. Again, sills and everything look pretty good. Yeah, door cards. Again, you could use a little bit of a freshening up, but it's all there for the most part. Last but not least, tailgate, liftgate, check, and it looks pretty good, and it's functional. So that's a good thing. Oh, and there also is a matching fifth wheel spare as well. So, you know, it's a complete package for someone that's looking to put a little bit of work into it and have a fun thing they can play with, or just drive it as is. So that's me for this video. If you're interested in this particular, I think it's a 92 Range Rover Classic, reach out, let me know. Again, it's harder to find an honest one for sale in the States that's not either tarted up or misrepresented. I try to represent things for friends and people that either hire me to do it or I just do it to make a video. And you know, represent it as accurately as possible. Like I said, I think this is a pretty good truck. He's asking around $8,000. There's not a whole lot of trucks in that price range. They're usually around 3 and they're completely totaled, or 15 to 20, and they look like they're not totaled, but they are totaled. So I think this is a good middle ground. And if you're handy and want something you can drive around while fixing some things, mostly rust, but not terrible rust, then this is going to be a good option for you. So let me know in the comments. Please like, subscribe, do that fun YouTube stuff, and we'll catch you on the next video. Thank you.